Talking in front of the mirror is very, very important just to monitor how you talk, how you move your hands, how you do this, how you do that. And it's just a way for me to actually improve and in the same time improve my methods of talking. So in these videos, I'm only going to be paying attention on basically my hands and my voice and the way my head moves and how it moves with my hands. So I've realized I talk a lot more natural before, but I talked bad natural. So right now I'm going to be improving it to making it look nice natural without making it look like I'm fighting. I do not want to look like I'm fighting, and in the same time I don't want to look like I'm sleeping. So moving my hands in a way where it actually makes me look better, makes me look like I'm more important, more confident. That is the thing that I'm looking after. And this is how exactly I'm going to speak. So I'm going to continue. See, it looks a lot better when my hands are down. Not even up here, but my hands are down here. They look a lot better when they're down here because they just look so relaxed and so like this is how I talk without you know what I mean? Like I need to have my way of talking very natural and the way I actually convey any point very natural. So it doesn't look like I'm actually regimenting myself or I'm putting too much effort. So another point that I wanted to focus on is myself putting too much effort into talking. So I need to look like I'm not putting too much effort. Another thing that I need to look like, I'm going to open the fucking window. I want my talking style to look fucking effortless. Like I want it to look now fuck it's too hot. So I want the way I talk to look fucking effortless. Like the way I talk needs to be effortless and like it's coming out because this is how I talk and this is how I talk to one person and this is how I talk to tons of people. It doesn't change based on that. Another thing that I have to add to my talking style is masculinity. So I want my talking style to be filled with masculinity. The way I talk, the way I convey things, it needs to sound masculine in a very handsome way. So it needs to be handsome and it also needs to be masculine. And at the same time, I want it to look like it makes me look better. So a way where it actually makes me look better. An additional point that I wanted to focus on is looking unintentionally masculine. I don't want to look like I'm intentionally masculine or I want to look masculine or I want to be masculine or none of that. But no, it's inside of my soul and I'm not shy to show it. It's inside of my soul that I'm masculine and I'm not shy to show it. That's exactly the kind of standpoint or the kind of behavior that I need to have surrounding the whole masculine attribute, all right? Because masculinity equals strength, all right? And another thing that I wanted to talk about is that I need to look richer. I need to look a lot more heavy in my, not meaning that I don't become silly or funny or any of that. It doesn't mean that. Not at all. That's not what I mean at all. But what I mean, I want myself to be at a higher standpoint, at a higher place, in a higher standpoint, in a place where I actually respect myself and I put the other person down. But don't be afraid of being goofy and moving around and laughing and having fun. That's just part of being masculine. You just have fun. You go around, you laugh, you put the other person down. If they say something, you put them down and don't be afraid of looking embarrassed in front of people. No. Whoever's talking and thinking that they can embarrass me, I can fucking embarrass them easily. Think that way. I can fucking embarrass them easily. So and don't be restricting myself from going to places or not doing the stuff that I want because I'm afraid of being disrespected. No. Respectable people are always in positions where they prove how respectable they are, not by just standing there and being respectable, but by acting or reacting to disrespect. It is how the respectable person reacts to disrespect that makes them respectable. And focus on my voice. So just use the highest, the deepest note of my voice and I should be fine. Don't fucking focus on it too much because my voice is not the fucking point. Another thing is that I need to have a much more subtle voice, a much more voice that is strong and hardly shakeable. It's very hardly shakeable. So I can do that through working out and through actually monitoring my improvement. So it's so important to monitor that improvement because that improvement is what's going to take me from one step to the other. It's going to take me from basically practicing it all the time and making sure it's at the note that I want. So I've realized after I work out, the note of my voice just becomes a lot girlier because I'm trying not to make it um, shaky, so I end up making it girly, and that's not what I want it to sound like. I do not want it to sound girly. So very important that my voice stays at its tone. And yeah, I'm gonna dance right now, and I'm gonna see my voice after dancing. All right, so 1, 2, 3. So as I'm dancing, looking good, bro. Always have positive reinforcement as I talk to myself, always have positive reinforcement as I speak. And also, as I'm speaking, don't ever like restrict the kind of wing I do or the strength of the workout that I do because I'm doing something, I don't want my voice to sound shaky. That's not the fucking point. The fucking point is to keep everything on point and the shakiness of the voice. So another thing that I wanted to talk about is breathe. Controlling the breathing is so fucking important. It's so fucking important. So right now I just stopped and remember, do not restrict the breathing, and at the same time know how to look confident. It's so important to look confident. It doesn't mean I need to be looking at the other person the whole time. I don't need to be looking at the whole other person the whole time. That kind of just brings, like, don't try and prove that I'm confident. I am confident. I don't need to prove it to anyone. As a matter of fact, I don't need to prove it to anyone. And don't let my voice go down and become girlier, because that is what it's going to tend to do. So what I need to be doing is basically finding a good place where I can be deep and also very subtle. So don't make my voice deeper to the point where it's like fucking Katie. That's not what I'm saying. Just make my voice in a way where it's like very, very confident, and it's also the deepest note of my voice. Don't compromise deepness or strength or projection for anything else because of my shivery voice or anything like that. So don't be looking at the other person. And even when another part that I wanted to actually focus on today is my is my shy eye looks. So I have shy eye looks that I need to get rid of. So whenever I'm shy or the situation is I'm ashamed in the situation, what I need to be doing instead is that I need to just be like this and look away. Don't be looking at the other person trying to prove to them how confident I am or how unshy I am. It just makes it look like I'm shy and unconfident even more so than before. So what I need to be doing is understanding that by doing that, I'm not helping myself. I'm not making myself look like I'm less shy. I'm just looking a lot more shy, and I could be looking more confident if I just looked away and laughed, or even looked down like or like pish it. If I'm like embarrassed about something, just pish it like and eyebrows like this. And don't look at the other person, because looking at the other person will just make it look like I'm more embarrassed. It's gonna look like I'm more embarrassed. So today, basically, what I need to be doing is move my head. Another thing is when I have breath holding is move my head a lot. So as I'm talking, move my head a lot, move my hands a lot. So it's okay that my hands shake in the same place, but when they move up to my nose, may come slow. When they go down, they may come slow. That's what I gotta focus on. But having them in the same place and having them move around a little bit like that, I think is acceptable. And with time, my voice, the weird sounds that I'm making right now are gonna go away. Yes, they're gonna go away. Yeah, those are the muscles that I have right now. I need this to be like a little bit tighter. Alright. Ooh. I need to find something else to wear. There's something a little bit tighter. Actually, I'm gonna stop the video and wear something tighter.